Before prisons existed, before judges, lawyers, or courtrooms, someone still had to decide what happened to you when you broke the rules. We're talking exile into the wilderness, trial by drowning, being eaten by animals in front of a crowd for entertainment. Today we're going back, way back, to find out what justice actually looked like before civilization figured out what it was doing. Humans have been around for roughly 300,000 years. But organized legal systems, courts, written laws, those only show up about 5,000 years ago. So what happened in those other 295,000 years? Were there just no rules? Was it pure chaos? Not quite. Humans always had rules. They just looked very, very different. In early hunter-gatherer societies, there were no governments, no kings, no police. Groups were small, maybe 20 to 50 people, and survival depended on everyone pulling their weight. The most common punishment in early human societies wasn't death. It was something arguably worse, ostracism. You were cast out, alone, into the wild. And alone, you didn't last long. Fast forward to around 2100 BC. Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. A king named Ur-Nammu writes down the first known legal code in human history. And it's surprisingly reasonable. Then came Hammurabi. An eye for an eye. Literally. If you blinded someone, you were blinded. If you broke someone's arm, your arm was broken. But the punishment depended on your social class. The law was real, but it wasn't equal. In ancient Mesopotamia, if you were accused of a serious crime, you were thrown into a river. If you survived, innocent. If you drowned, guilty. In medieval Europe, suspects were forced to hold red-hot iron bars. If the wound healed cleanly, innocent. If it got infected, guilty. But here's where it gets really dark. Because not every ancient society left justice to the gods. Some decided to make punishment public, spectacular, and deliberately terrifying. In ancient Rome, punishment wasn't just about the criminal. It was theater. The Colosseum, 50,000 people watching. Justice and spectacle fused into one. In ancient Athens, Socrates himself was sentenced to drink hemlock, a poison that slowly paralyzed him from the feet upward. And in ancient China, collective punishment was law. Commit treason? It wasn't just you. Your parents, your children, your siblings, your cousins. Up to 9 generations of your family could be executed. 9 generations. Here's what's wild. Every one of these systems, the river trials, the iron bars, the public executions, every single one was considered legitimate, rational, just. Which makes you wonder, what are we doing today that future humans will look back on with the same disbelief? Justice has always existed. It just depends on who's defining it. If this made you think, hit subscribe. Because next time, we're going somewhere even darker. See you there.